This is my new fuel line addition. What we have, grab my little pointer here, is this will go to the gas tank, comes down 90-degree bend to the filter, and then down to the carburetor. This is also what a lot of people have not seen too often. First time I've taken it out since I bought the bike in '93. This is what's called a teal tank float electric gauge. And they usually don't go up. That's what it looks like. Easy to put in, easy to take out. Then what I'm going to do is I'll take my tank back off, and I've decided to do a little in-depth into my secret experiment here. I wasn't going to show it, but I might as well, just to show what I've done. I haven't got it to work right, my little water and alcohol injection. But I'm going to, I noticed I have some grit in the tank there, right down there, probably from all the construction I've done on the garage. So I'm going to show what I've done with that tank here to make it work for my alcohol injection. It's really an excellent reservoir. See, this part will go right onto right here. Now, one thing I wanted to explain is that if you'll notice, my vacuum line goes right to here. Okay, well, some people said, well, how come your vacuum line doesn't hook to your carburetor, and how does this work? Well, I had a problem with my carburetor, and what I did, like a fool, I took this off and I drilled through the diaphragm because I wanted it to go straight gas without the switch here. And so what I did was I just hooked the vacuum line up to the fuel line, because the fuel goes right through the diaphragm. It actually goes down into here, and it just goes out to the tank. So it's straight fuel on that. This is the oil reservoir, which I don't use because I don't need the injection anymore. And it's a nice little tank. It's all built in. There's a lot of it's very easy to take off. What you have to do is unhook these little wire. Well, hell, I guess when you just, anyway, you pull that out and take this off, and then this comes off. And when this comes off, it's nice because it has a, right down in here, if you'll notice, this area, this nipple right here, has a gas fuel filter like my gas tank, and it goes right into the oil reservoir. And what that does is catch any crap before it goes down the line into your oil side of your carburetor. So that is connected to my 12-volt switch, and you have to have the switch because you got to remember that once the water starts to flow, or alcohol or whatever, benzene, whatever you put in it, methanol, once it starts to flow down here and starts to go beneath the tank, then vacuum takes over, and it will just, it doesn't matter if you shut off your pump and everything else, it'll just wade right through your pump and go off on your, let me get my little snap-on tool here, seat here. God, it sucks getting old. 50 years old this year. Now, my newest creation on this tank is, I'm not going to use alcohol this time. One reason is because unless you shoot it directly into the carb, it can dribble out. And if it dribbles out, it has a tendency to destroy all the paint on your tire or on your front cover or anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a small computer fan right here. And I have the misting nozzle right here. I'm going to shoot the misting nozzle into the small fan at an oblique angle. Now the fan will be in direct line with the intake from the velocity of the carburetor. Now my theory is that by shooting direct water into the fan, I'm going to create a foggy mist. That's kind of cool. I'm going to create a kind of a foggy mist of water, and I'm going to, what it will do is it will be, actually it will act like an intercooler. It will cool down the charge before it enters the carburetor, and it will not lean out the fuel, but it may make the air a little bit cooler and a little bit denser. And it may not work, but it's just water, what the hell. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to start the bike up today. I had a lot of comments. The bike was running lean when I started it, but you have to remember, I only started it was 8 o'clock at night. I only started it one time. And it didn't even warm up. So, but you heard what it sounds like. It's a it's one bad bitch. It's got a lot of horsepower. I mean, compared to stock. And also, I've got. I'm going to change this pipe. This is my reservoir right here. I'm going to change this pipe. This. I'm going to take a reducer and put it on this end down here. Here, and run a thinner tube all the way up to the other side here, and then I'll run a reducer right there. That way I'll have less volume in the tube for a better suction. And the bike's coming together nicely, little by little by little.